These fragrances are the equivalent of Taco Bell, or whatever the equivalent of Taco Bell is where you live. Inexpensive, or used to be, and filling. Cheap stuff that lasts forever. Hey friends, Ash here, welcome back to Gents. All these linked in the description. We're gonna begin off with a friggin' catastrophe. Why is this here? What am I doing? Joop Homme. But it's not just regular old Joop Homme. No, this is the Neon edition, because that's exactly what the original Joop needed, to be neon. Now, if you look at the note breakdown, it doesn't look too bad. Orange blossom, honey, tonka, sound pretty good. And then you spray this on and you realize this is the son of Joop. Like if this were a horror movie or something, that's what it would be called. Son of Joop, or Joop's Revenge, something like that. Return of the Living Joop. Yeah, it's smells a little similar to the original. But I guess maybe it is a little better. It's got more of a slightly modern sweetness to it, but it still does have that blast of Joopism to it. It's not quite as cough syrupy as the original one. This one tries to be a little bit smoother, like I said, a little more contemporary, a little more modernized. Whole big bunch of sweetness in there, boys, which you probably already knew. I mean, you look at the note breakdown, it's only got 3 of them, but each one of those fragrance notes can be pretty sweet. But I would be remiss if I did not tell you guys, there are so many people out there who have rocked with this fragrance line over the years and gotten insane compliments, and more power to you. If you're wanting a slightly more modernized take on that DNA that's still mad cheap, that will last forever, you gotta check out the Neon. Because realistically, at least in the US, how many people are wearing this? Not many. You will stand out, my friend. And I kinda actually do dig the bottle, because like the pinkish purple color scheme, and then it's actually blue, the color of the bottle itself, it's kinda cool. Joop is one of those fragrances I love to hate, I gotta say. You know, it's like one of those things where if it went away, I would actually be sad. But while it's here, I'm still like, let's see. Throne Eclipse. Ooh, that sounds mysterious. And look at this bottle, how interesting. They have a built-in atomizer. Gotta love that, and it actually works. There's another one with the built-in atomizer coming up later that does not work as well. This stuff right here is sick. I love it. It's kind of a stitched together freak beast, and that's why it's good. It smells like blonde amber, had a baby with Altair, which maybe made out with Angel Share, which maybe blew a kiss at Parfums de Marley Wajan. There's like a lot of different things going on here, and all of it's good. Note breakdown wise, we got cardamom, we have cinnamon, we have apple, amber, vanilla, a little bit of spice in there, some woods as well. The stuff, immediately, when you spray it on, just grabs attention. You know, it projects really well, lasts a long time. And I do think it looks pretty slick, all things considered. You know, fragrance cologne bottles, oftentimes they will walk that line between abomination and kind of cool abomination. This one keeps it firmly in the cool zone. So Throne Eclipse, newer, but available already for like 40 bones, probably gonna drop even lower than that. Fall and winter time, that stuff, real good. I do feel like maybe if this had come out earlier in 2025 or something, it would have gotten more play as like a must-own winter blah, 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 but it kind of released into winter in the Northern Hemisphere, but it's still real good. Let's get freaky with this next one. No Limits, Plein. Plein. I love to talk about the old PP, Philippe Plein, from time to time, and for good reason. I've said it before, guys. I'll say it again. If you have not seen the Philippe Plein No Limits commercial, by the way, atomizer's great, you gotta look it up. After this video, check it out. It came out before AI videos were everywhere, but I swear if it came out today new, people would be like, this is AI. This is not real. If you've seen it before, I know that you know what I'm gonna say, but it's got Philippe Plein himself with a money gun shooting fake dollar bills into the sky, hanging from a helicopter in a Lamborghini, and its chains are friggin' on fire. It's like Philippe Plein himself took 15 Jaeger bombs, snorted some rails, and was just like, let's do it. Oh, and they also have a rapper like Timu Eminem, and he's just out there rapping about Philippe Plein. It's madness. But it also rules. And he did all of that for this right here. No Limits. Now, this was done by Alberto Marias. It has a ton of notes, very busy note breakdown. Dark chocolate, vanilla, leather, woods, incense, black pepper, cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, ginger, bergamot, oud, patchouli, cedar. There's a lot going on here. And just for good measure, aquatic notes. Because when you look at that note breakdown, the first thing you're gonna think of is, they're missing aquatic notes, man. It's got all this oud and chocolate and stuff. It's gotta have some water in there. Hey, yeah, brother. It smells a bit similar to Gucci Guilty Absolute, not Absolute. Absolute, the leathery one that was discontinued. It's kind of similar to that. And the stuff lasts really well for a cheapie. Now, it is not gonna be for everybody, okay? This is a particular type of scent profile. But if you're talking stuff that's cheap that lasts, that does. Let's get easier to wear with this next one. This is from Australia, and this is called Absolute Chill. And just by that name, you know immediately what this is, don't you? It is Pacific Chill by Louis Vuitton. For a fresh type fragrance, this one lasts a very long time for me. Extremely fresh and sweet off the top. You have black currant in there, you have citrus, you have mint, also tea, basil, coriander, musk as the scent dries down. It is, for the price, one of the absolute best Pacific Chill alternatives out there. Australia is one of those brands that's kind of hit or miss right now. They're still newish. And so with each release, it's like some of them really crush, like this one, and then other ones are iffy. So I wouldn't rush out and like blind buy everything they've ever created or anything like that, but if you want a solid Pacific Chill alternative on the cheap that's gonna last a long time, that one right there. The next fragrance has weed in it. What? Who? Yeah, it's got a cannabis note. How trendy. But before we jump into that one, how about we jump into some codes? The JOMASHOP codes have updated, friends. Make sure that you use the new ones. The old ones are no more, at least for 3 months. Then who knows, it might be the same codes that come back again. That's happened before, but they've changed for now. Use those anytime you shop within the JOMASHOP app to save yourself some cash. Fragrance Lord, Gift Express, Fragflex, and Beauty House, among other stores, have blessed us with codes as well. So use those anytime you shop at those stores. The next fragrance has a tacky bottle, 212 Heroes. As I said, this one right here has a cannabis note off the top, along with pear as well. The bottle is kind of awkwardly shaped like a skateboard, almost looks like 1 Million's brother, like 1 Million's younger brother. Atomizer's okay, not the best, not the worst. Also has in here ginger, geranium, and sage, and then as it dries down, musk, along with a little touch of leather. So when you first spray this on, it is quite green. It's gonna be that pear and the cannabis note. Though I wouldn't say that it actually, smells hardcore like cannabis or anything like that. It's slightly herbal, it's fresh, brisk, very sweet. And actually the leather in the dry down here smells really nice. A lot of people really do enjoy this scent. It's one that is easy to ride off. Yeah, for a number of different reasons. You go really sweet opening, the bottle, all that stuff. But in actuality, especially for younger guys, middle-aged to younger, this stuff is a big attention grabber that has, at this point, basically flown completely under the radar. You can get a full-size bottle like this for right at about 50 bucks, and that price keeps dropping. Let's go to another built-in atomizer, A Men Fantasm. Yeah, the price on this keeps dropping as well, about the same price as this one over here. I'd be for a 50 ml size, but yeah, about 50 bucks. No breakdown on this is pretty boring, frankly. Yeah, not a super duper exciting note breakdown. Patchouli, a bit of chocolate, pink pepper, citrus, and clary sage. It also is gonna remind you of the discontinued A Men Pure Tonka, and also the original A Men a little bit as well. It has a nice warm sweetness. The patchouli here comes across lightly earthy, but as I said before, with more of a chocolatey type vibe to it. And it does carry on that A Men vibe, that performance, that long lasting scent profile. And since the Mugler A Men line basically was missing in action for a long time there, it has no momentum, really. What I mean by that is your average guys out there, by and large, are not wearing it. So if you do scoop this up, then you will have something that the majority of people probably don't even know about nowadays. Now, hopefully Mugler keeps it going and they come out with some amazing releases that really get the ball rolling. This one was kind of a safe re-entry because it's rehashing a little bit what Pure Tonka did before it. Just nice, warm, sweet, yeah, easy going, not really pushing any boundaries, but hopefully they come out with something that just absolutely crushes. And then everybody goes, have you gotten that the one with the star? That's good. because then that will give them more momentum so that they can keep coming out with things and hopefully push that forward. But for now, take what we can get. This one, inexpensive, solid usability, big performance. Terra by Rayhaan. What you know about that? It's pretty good. Smells a little similar to Outlands by Amouage, which by the way, that is strong. Outlands is real strong. It's not gonna be on any cheap list, but it's strong. This will be on a cheap list and it will get you similar to Outlands in terms of the scent profile, and it also has great performance. Ooh. The longer this bottle ages, it has more of that incense aspect that comes out. Because when I first got it, it was more the cardamom, the vanilla, like nice warm spices and sweets and all of this that was kind of coming through. And the incense was there, but not as much. But now that this one has aged appropriately, you get more of that comes through. So you have more of the frankincense, you have more of the resins that come through. It just smells richer and deeper, and the quality is fantastic for the price point. It lasts an eternity. This is one of the best cologne fragrances of the past year. Up next is Sauvage Eau Forte. Whoa! Sauvage Eau Forte, what are you doing here? Why are you under my desk? Why are you below Craig on Craig Jr.? Ugh. Nope, still don't like it. Let's pick one for real. Atlantis Extrait by French Avenue. Look at that, it's blue. And it smells similar to Wave Child. Now this is kind of a surprisingly strong fragrance, or maybe not, but what I mean by that is, it is very fruity, very sweet. Citrus, watermelon, coconut, amberwood. You see the note breakdown and you're like, yeah, probably weak to average. But in actuality, for a fresh type of scent, it lasts forever. It does have a like synthetic watermelon candy type of sugariness to it. And then underneath that, the coconut comes across a little bit sunscreeny as well, but it is an attention monster. Women seem to love it. Women will actually steal it from you. Ask my wife. And on the cheap, if you're looking for a scent that you can rock during a vacation, spring, summer, fall, even through winter, that stuff will get the job done. And unlike Ether Extrait, which comes in a similar bottle, but it's green. That one, when I first got it in, it was weak. And I've talked about this before, but like the first time I sprayed that on, it was like nothing. It was like rubbing alcohol. I know a lot of people will complain about Molecule 01 by Eccentric Molecules. It was like that. You spray it on and you're like the John Travolta gif. You know, you spray the fragrance on and where'd it go? This does not do that. And by the way, Ether Extrait, after just a little while, kind of growing up, that stuff is awesome, but initially, you gotta let it grow. You gotta let it mature. 9 p.m. Elixir, Afnan. Gotta figure they're gonna come out with a new 9 p.m. in 2026, right? At least one, possibly two, at least one. Now they're not gonna do it. Just because I said that, I jinxed it. Knock on Craig, the table. So what do we got with this one right here? What could 9 p.m. Elixir possibly smell like? 9 p.m. Elixir smells like Lamal Elixir. Absolute. This one has cardamom, lavender, leather, and vanilla. That's some of the notes in the fragrance. It's not the exact same as Elixir Absolute, by the way. It's got a little bit of a twist. It has a great balance of sweetness and depth. It is not quite as honeyed as something like Lamal Elixir, the original. So it comes across maybe slightly more elevated, slightly more howdy-towdy, a little more dressed up, and it will last an eternity off your skin. Sprayed on clothing, never getting it off. And since we're talking elixirs from clone brands, how about Asad Elixir by Lattafa? This one, the newest Asad as of this video. And interestingly enough, the original Asad, not named Elixir, smells like Sauvage Elixir. Asad Elixir smells like a fragrance that is not an elixir, Boss Bottled Absolute, which means they're gonna come out with the fragrance named Asad Absolute, which is going to smell like something named Profumo. This stuff is absolutely wonderful. Great tobacco note in there. As I said, smells similar to Boss Bottled Absolute. Amazing longevity as you would expect from an Asad fragrance. And to me, it is not as heavily dosed on the patchouli aspect as Boss Bottled Absolute is. You have a little bit of that patchouli in here for sure. You just get more of it in Bottled Absolute. To me, it's almost like with the Asad Elixir, they try to take that DNA from the Hugo Boss and make it easier to wear in any situation. Let's finish with two fragrances at once. Coach Eau de Parfum Mandarin Sky Elixir. What do these have in common? Nothing. Coach Eau de Parfum has dangly bits. This one does not. Even though it looks like this would dangle, it does not dangle. That's a fake make-believe cap. It's all attached. This is make-believe. It is not a thermos lid. But yeah, Coach Eau de Parfum, this smells similar to Sauvage Elixir. It's kind of like that, kind of in that wheelhouse, which is funny because Explorer Extreme came out from Mont Blanc same year, and it also is a little bit similar to Sauvage Elixir. So both designer brands that are known for fragrances that are pretty affordable from discounters came up with the same idea in the same year. No breakdown's pretty simple. You have woods in here, you have geranium, you've got cardamom, and this one is still kind of dropping in price. So it's not super affordable yet. It's closer to that like $50-ish range, but as time goes on, that'll keep dropping down. Also has a nice little bit of leather in the base as well. This one over here, the Armaf, this smells similar to a couple of fragrances put together. So it's got that Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal vibe, just like the original Mandarin Sky, but it has kind of a pumped up vanilla in there, like a sparkly vanilla, which is gonna remind you a little bit of something like Invictus Victory Elixir. So kind of taking that and mixing it together with Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal, still leaning closer towards Scandal and having a really big performance, great longevity. That's what this one is. So if you were wanting to get a fragrance that's not gonna cost you much, but it's gonna fill you up, and by that I mean last a long time, these right here will do that for you. They are the Value Mill fragrances. Tasty. I want to thank you guys for hanging with me here until the end. Some of you stay here until the end every time. You guys are like the nuts, OGs, the kings. So shout out to you. I'm not sure what all of your names are. I would list them out, but it might take a minute. Just know I'm thinking about you. Thank you for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.